Hello, it's Simon from the Sonoran Surfers, out walking around the mountains in Phoenix. Today, we met up a little bit earlier to go ahead and have a rehearsal, which was a whole lot of fun, and I was able to interview some of my bandmates, Todd and Chris, and have a little bit of a kind of rig rundown. We'll go ahead and submit that over to Pi Records, very good friends of ours. And I think that's pretty much it. I think basically we're going to be working on recording a little bit and rehearsing during the summer and try to perform more shows during the winter time. So if there's somewhere you'd like to see us perform, let us know, and we'll try to talk to whoever we need to talk to go out there and perform. But it's a nice day to be out hiking in the desert. It's around 107 degrees right now. It's maybe 6 p.m. And these mountains are pretty fantastic. This is South Mountain, just south of Phoenix. Yeah. All right.
Right, so, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Simon. I'm in the Sonoran Surfers. I play the guitar. And, I don't know, a little bit of rig rundown. I mean, I could talk, but, this is a Stratocaster I play. It's a Capri Orange, 2019 Stratocaster. I used to have it set up for a floating bridge, but right now I have it decked back into the body. It's just easier for string changes and stuff like that. Change the pickguard, obviously. Put on some locking tuners. I'd say that's one of my main guitars. The other main guitar that I have is this Jaguar. It's a Squire Jaguar that I painted. I think this is called Gloss Gumdrop. And I bedazzled it and put on some cool Sonoran type of fun tropical patches and stuff like that. And I always kind of foam mute the bridge off. But that's the other main guitar I use in this amplifier. Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master Series. Very efficient, easy to use, lots of good accommodations. They turn the volume level up and down. An assortment of pedals, but usually it's really about the TS9 and a wah pedal is what I'll usually have on my live gigs. But that's just the quick rundown. I know you asked me what my name is.
No.
It's evolved into a bunch of other stuff.
And that's good. You answered a lot of my questions for me. But
yeah.
So you obviously have a lot of extra stuff on your guitars, which I think is really cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important would you say that swag is to playing surf?
Swag is an 11 out of 10.
Awesome. Yeah, I completely agree. What's your favorite thing about living in Arizona?
Living in Arizona, I really enjoy, like you had said and mentioned, just a lot of the rock formations, some of the animals. I actually don't really mind the heat. I think that they're, like, you know, you stop looking at the temperature and you're like, you'll know when it's hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like going on the hikes. I like, I think there is kind of culture. It's hard to describe though, you know. And I know there's a lot of kind of bleed off from California presently, and I mean in the foreseeable future. But I think it's a great place to live. I like the winters too. They're really beautiful, actually.
Cool. Yeah. No, I completely agree. It's nice to have winters with no snow. Maybe two more questions. What got you into surf music?
I've always really enjoyed the guitar, in general, playing the guitar. I know for sure when I was a kid, I liked a lot of alternative rock. Smashing Pumpkins is my favorite band ever.
Nice.
But I love the sound of the guitar in a lot of surf rock music because it's kind of just the fundamental kind of clean and then going into breakup, and just like thinking about those old models of amplifiers and guitars is really interesting and exciting to me. But for sure, listening to like Dick Dale and Satan's Pilgrims and so many other, there are so many great surf rock bands. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, I totally agree. And do you have anything else in conclusion that you'd like to share with the people out there?
In conclusion, I don't know.
Where can you find out more about us?
Where can you find out more about us? We have a YouTube channel. We have Instagram. I should have even just given a brief synopsis of what this band is, but basically this is kind of a jam rock, surf rock band in the desert called the Sonoran Surfers. Originally I'd been performing for many years at a bookstore, a local bookstore called Bookman's, and they've been so kind to always give me space to perform. And in 2019 we had a little group going together, and we played there about once a month. You know, we went and did kind of a tour of Arizona of all the Bookmans, and played a bunch of other great places too. 2020 came along. I did some home recordings during that time, and we have some different lineup changes and stuff. But we do have Chris, who's manning the camera right now, on the drums, and we have Todd on the bass. I'm playing the guitar. We're trying to get stuff rolling again, just to have fun and go perform at some of your local favorite places and festivals. And you know, if we have enough expansion, we'll try to go perform out of town and out of state maybe too. But you know, but today we're just here kind of recording a light rehearsal demo and just rehearsing in general, you know. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Simon Wong.
Thank you very much, sir. I sure do appreciate your assistance.
Always.
Whoa, Sonoran Surfers, live in studio. Todd. I did a zoom.
I got blisters on my fingers.
That's cool. We're just hanging out in the studio right now. We have Todd and Chris is doing a hand thing.
I'm doing the one stick twirl I can do.
Nice.
I can't even do something. I got one.
What do you? How are you guys today?
Doing pretty well. Nice to be finally writing some, meeting to finally write some new material.
Yeah.
For Sonoran Surfers.
Yeah. We're basically here right now, just recording like a little demo in Chris's home studio.
My man cave.
Yeah.
This is my man cave studio.
Fantastic.
Studio's a nice thing. It's more of a man cave.
Tell me about your bass, Todd.
So this is a Rogue Hofner imitation bass. It is presently the only bass I own, and you know, it does the trick pretty nice for surf. In terms of setup, just kind of using, you know, Simon's Sansamp bass driver here, and I'm the kind of guy who generally likes to just plug in and play.
Yeah.
You know, nothing too fancy, but you know, change the tone when I need to, and I change to a pick when I need to, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What do you think about living in Arizona? What do you like about Arizona?
What do I like about Arizona?
Yeah.
How cool the weather is, obviously. No, the thing that I like the most about Arizona, I think, is just the amazing geography.
Yeah.
Geologically speaking, it's a sight to behold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it Gila Monster or Gila Monster?
I'm pretty.
Or is it Gila Monster?
For legal reasons, I can't comment on that.
Okay, that's fine. Well, what are you supposed to do if you get a snake bite?
If I get a snake bite, well, here's the thing. It's funny that you bring that up because I happen to be an Eagle Scout. One thing that I was taught is that so many people they wrap the bandana or whatever around the bite. You're supposed to wrap it above the bite so that you're preventing the venom from spreading.
I had no clue.
Yeah, if you wrap it on the bite, it doesn't really do much good.
Everyone consult Google or a doctor. For legal reasons, I can neither confirm or deny what Todd's saying right now. And I don't know. Maybe it's true. I don't know. Okay, moving on to Chris. Hey, what kind of drums what's like your getup here?
Okay, so I love to play drums. This is my kit that I mostly practice on. This is a Gretsch for now. This is all maple shells. And drummers, guitarists and bassists are different drummers. Drummers, we're always talking about sizes. Even usually it's what is it made of and what are the sizes. So this is an all maple kit. This is a 13-inch, and I always forget the depths, but a 13-inch rack tom, a 16-inch floor tom, and then 14 inches is more common snare. And then so Gretsch drums, and then Meinl cymbals is the cymbals I really love.
Yeah, I like Meinl too.
This is their Byzant series, and this is a brand new one. Just got this the other day. I got probably more cymbals than I really need to have, but it's 18-inch thin crash. This is a 19-inch medium thin crash. We got the 22-inch medium ride, 15-inch hi-hats, and then I like the little splash guy. And it seems like for the surfy stuff, which I'm not as familiar with, it's really nice, especially when it's small venues and stuff. You get a little. But other than that, it's a pretty simple setup. As you see in my little man cave, like I got my whole little rack for practicing or recording, and then I got a nice space, nice little room. I spent all of last Christmas building this, so it was really fun to finish it and be able to use it.
That's fantastic. I like too that this says Bizance, and I read it as Beyonce. I'm like, oh sweet, you have some Beyonce symbols.
These are Beyonce symbols.
Right. What do you like about living in Arizona?
Well, my family's from Arizona. My father and my grandparents are from here, so I always connect to Arizona with family. I've only lived in Arizona as an adult for probably the last 6 or 7 years. I've lived all over the world actually. Lived in Australia, lived in lots of different states. But it's nice to come to Arizona because for me it's kind of where all the families are. So.
Sure thing. Is it Gila Monster or Gila Monster?
Well, it's Gila Monster.
Oh, okay. Is it jalapeno or jalapeno?
Well, I guess that's open interpretation. Depends on where you're. I've heard it called jalapeno too.
Fantastic. What do you recommend doing in Arizona when it's really hot?
Oh, hunkering down. No, hopefully you have a friend with a swimming pool. That's kind of one of my favorite things. My favorite thing is other people's pools, so I don't have to take care of them or clean them. Swimming pools, hunkering down, practicing your drums. Practice your drums, kids, or guitar, whatever your instrument is. And hopefully with a place with nice air conditioning. But I'll take this over snow any day. I'd rather it be hot outside than there be 5 feet of snow outside. I'll take this any day.
What do you guys think of surf music? Not that we're specifically a surf band. I've always considered this more of like a retro punk surf psychedelia type of instrumental project, but it's always evolving.
I think that surf music, I once overheard a friend of mine talk about, surf rock, and he said that, I think a lot of it's really lame. And I feel like that's, boo. And I feel like that's a common misconception, or that's a common perception, surf rock is it was one of the first subgenres of rock music, so I feel like a lot of younger people tend to associate it with it's old or whatever, but there is so much with the guitar that you can do in the surf context. And surf guitar laid the foundation for so much in rock and roll. Garage rock, punk rock, psychedelic rock, like all the different ones that you had said, basically all point back to surf in one way or another. And even that older stuff, I think, is still really, really great.
Cool. Do you want to plug your other project, Todd?
I play I have a solo project called The Invisible Teal that does very different music from this. It's more like progressive pop, if you can call it that, but basically, we have an album out called Debt and Quandaries. It came out in 2018, an album I'm very proud of, and I am slowly but surely working on the follow-up.
That's fantastic. Any closing arguments, gentlemen?
Not that I could think of.
Fantastic.
Playing music, enjoying music. It's nice to see live music coming back. Have fun.
Excellent. You heard it first.